Hello, 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 my darlings. Thank you for joining me on A Slice of Life, A Slice of Life. Tonight is a selfish slice of life. It's about Georgia. And I've been doing these slices of life as a motivation, but tonight it's about me. And it's about me because I have finished some work that I have been working on forever. I don't know if you can see it, but it's called Thomas Leadership Nexus. Who lived here? Where did they go? You know, I have a series of books called Who Lived Here? Where Did They Go? A framework for building the beloved community as we talk about it. And as we talk about the displacement and the root shock and the removal of people from the neighborhoods. Not as a condemning, I'm not condemning as much as I would like to see us have plans in place to look at the past so we know how to handle the future and to have and understand the trauma that's associated with people being removed from the neighborhood, how communities are destroyed. And so tonight, my course is built. It's taken me so long to build this course. But before I talk about the course, I want to show you the book. It's 300 pages. It's on Amazon.com. And it is all the work that I've ever done, I guess, on Who Lived Here, Where to Go. And it's a workbook. And so it's $111. You can get yes, I said $111. Mostly, this is a lot of work. And you can get an e-version, I think, for $64 or $65. It's all on Amazon.com. And so I'm excited about getting the work done. You know, I've used cancer as my catalyst. So my first cancer, breast cancer, was enough to encourage me to go back to Clark Atlanta University and finish my doctorate degree. But started and finish it. I started one at Georgia State. I would have had it done by age 33. I had a terrible divorce and I just went off and did something else. I had life. Life, as my daughter said, life is lifing. I had a kid. I had to go to work. And so I didn't think about it anymore until the first cancer. And I said, oh my goodness, for all the vanity reasons, I said, I would rather have doctor in front of my name when they put me in the ground. Because when I heard breast cancer, I took it as a death sentence. And now I know that was in 2002. We're in 225 and I had cancer 3 times. My second cancer centered around my one-woman show. I'm always grateful to the Absalom Jones Center for Racial Healing. The person at the time was Dr. Catherine Meeks, who said, why don't you put your show on here? It allowed me an opportunity to share music that I wrote in 1968, 69. I've been a musician, a hidden musician for years. And it allowed me to share spoken word and music. And so to that end, I'm so grateful for people who believed in me and said, let's do it. You know, Alma Benya said, let's do it. And Sean Walker said, let's do it. Cornell Pearson said, let's do it. And Dr. Wanda Spivey was the first one that said, I love your spoken word. Bessie Riley came over and supported me. People just supported me. My class of 1964 Spelman. My church, my pastor at the time was Reverend Dr. John Foster. And Big Bethel came over en masse. Council member Michael Bond gave me a proclamation, and my sorors came in. They acted as hosts and hostesses, you know, and Alma was able to get me someone to play the piano and the organ and have everybody in mind, and she was able to get me Nancy Westmoreland. And so I'm glad to get everything out. I'm glad to get the work done. I'm glad that was the second cancer. Third cancer, this last one, just sent me somewhere else. So bad. It was so bad. And the treatments, infusion, chemo, bad. The worst. Bad. And so it sent me to another level to do, and that is to do books. And so, and how did I get this? That's a friend that I very much love, very much. Him. He told me how to do things and said, you should try some of this. So these are just some of the books. I guess it's about more than that. I done this one doing a second divorce, Guide to the Second Time Bride. And so I already had that. And this is from the One Woman Show. And the cover is part of what Betsy Riley did for me when she did a story about Atlanta and gave me a full page. And then her photographer came out to the house, took the picture, and then Mr. Lawson gave me this. And so this has been my logo. So God lined up everybody to help me and work with me. But this book right here is my love. This is it for me. This is it for me. In terms of who lived here, where to go, this is the combination of the work. Because I have other work to do, and I've been working on this about 3 or 4 years now. And so this book, it's the best. If you're a planner, or you're planning, or you're a community person, or you're in the planning department anywhere in the world, this is for planners worldwide. I even have a planner's pledge in the back. But what really got me today was this piece right here. This is it. This is my last thing I'll talk about. I don't like to talk about myself that much, but I have a course. And I'm going to read it. It says, join the course designed for city planners, community leaders, educators, nonprofits, and residents who seek to understand the history and future of neighborhoods. I don't know if you can see that. This is my stuff, so I don't know how I own all this, but sometimes, Facebook YouTube can be funny. And so, who lived here, where'd they go? Building the beloved community through historical accountability. It says enroll now. And so I'm not at a point where I can have ads. I don't get any money from being on here. I think people just don't want to push it because they know I will get some money. It's so strange to me about people. By now, it's enough for you to watch this show that you could tell your friends and get me the watch hours and watch all the way to the end because it helps out. I thank the people who watch all the way to the end. Sometimes with somebody say I talk too much, so I've made them shorter. But tonight it's going to be shorter because I'm overwhelmed at being able to do this, being able to get a course up, getting a platform to put a course on. How do you do that? It took a lot of work to get the platform, and then it's just me. You say, who helps you, Georgia? Me and the Lord and the angels. I call on the angels to come and help me. When it gets really bad, like I worked on just getting the money, you have to pay for the course, and so just getting how to get the money from you to pay for the course in the computer. Simple stuff to some people, but it was a lot for me to get it done. But I was just determined to get it done, in spite of this whatever going on with my throat is. It's all this pollen is just a lot. I never had pollen problems, but I think it's just overwhelming. I'm just overwhelmed anyway. I think right now I'm overwhelmed with just knowing that I'm making a new start at 83. I saw a woman today on, she was 27, and they've done videos on her of making a new start. And people say she's just 27. And I said, oh my God, what about when I turned 80, when I turned 77, when I turned, 77 was when I did the One Woman Show. 80 is when I started this. And then, let me see, before that, so it was my late 70s. So, starting over, people don't believe you can start over. But you can start over. You can start over. I don't want you to hear, excuse me, ladies. I don't want you to hear their conversation because they don't know they can be heard. And I don't know, but in the meantime, in between time, you can start over at any age. And that is what I talk about on Who Lived Here, Where to Go. They said, well, I don't, I don't want to start over. Well, why not do something? I have a friend, Burnett. Her new book came out. She's the retired Supreme Court Justice, Chief Justice of the state of Louisiana. Her book came out yesterday. You see what I'm saying? I'm saying you 70, you 60. You are 60. Let me just do 60. So many of you are 60, brilliant-minded. You've done so many things. And you're sitting on 60. And all that you have, you're not putting it out there for us. We need for you to create. Myron Golden. I want somebody to call Myron Golden and say the 83-year-old is creating. That this is right here. This right here. Wow. You don't know what this means to me. I've been teary-eyed a little bit. And then to finish and have a course. I want you to buy the course. It's $99. I want you to buy it. I want you to buy it. Some of y'all, I want you to buy it just because it's me. Just because you love me, and just take the course. Just because you want to be the first one to give me $99. I got some people like that. I do have some people like that. Say, girl, I love you. What you want me to do? Ask Eric Timor. He likes to call me by my middle name. He'll buy a course. I didn't even send it to him. I should send it to him and say, buy this course and watch it. But I'm just saying, it means a lot to get something done, and to get something done for the community, and get something done for people to use. This is for a college, for universities, and for municipalities. I say for universities because I like to see Dr. Celeste White, teach this class. She's one of my favorite people at Clark Atlanta besides Tammy. Then I'll call too many names, but I like to see her teach a class on planning. I think she did a policy class before. I know we're doing something already at Clark Atlanta, using some of my work, Who Lived Here, Where to Go, in the continuing ed under Dr. Mary Hooper. But I like to see this to be a very strong course, a regular course, as a part of the curriculum. Those who are talking about, if you talk about city planning, somewhere in the world there's a city planning course, and I think it's 40 chapters. So 20 chapters per semester. It's real. And I have a bot. I don't know how I did that bot. I had come out that Harvard class, so I was all hyped up. And so I got a bot in there, a TLN bot, my own bot, that you would use that bot to answer the questions as they're associated with planning for your community and community healing and the beloved community. And so that's it for me tonight. I'm about to cry for a lot of reasons. It takes a lot to get work done. And to be committed to your work is what I talk to you all about. You see, you can be committed to the sorority, and I'm committed to sorority. I'm on a committee, but I'm committed to creating also. Creating for our people. Creating for people. Planning is for everyone. But I want to know that somebody that looks like me is going to take this book from somebody that looks like me and give it to somebody that looks like me, and going to study it and make it better for some other people who look like me. Can we take care of our own instead of begging other people to take care of us? Can we take care of our own? And could we work together collaboratively? I gotta get my words. There's no teeth still here. But can we work together as a collective? And I should have called this the collective. But this book is for a planning period in London, in Germany, in Frankfurt, in Belize, in South Georgia, Alma, Georgia. It's for the planning department in South Fulton, Atlanta. It's for a planning department, period. you know. And so, in the class, I want the class and the book, they go together. It's been my life's work. Not my life's work, but it's been a while. I'm very happy about it. I'm very happy about it. I'm proud of myself. You gotta be proud of yourself. It takes a lot to get this done. It's a lot of work. It's 300 pages. But if you're a planner, you're in the planning department, you're an educator, then you want to get this book. You want to pay $111 for it. You do. And you want to get it on ebook for $63. And you want to study it. And you want to take it and use it. Use and implement some of the suggestions that I have in here for our communities to do better, be better, grow better, so that we can love better. Because there's one thing about it. I do love you. And there's nothing you can do about it.